Well, the University of Minnesota is making history tonight with Joan Gable. She's the school's new president, officially named today, and the first woman to ever hold that position. Just this morning, the U of M Board of Regents unanimously voted for her.
Gable was the only finalist in the search to replace outgoing U of M President Eric Kaler. She is currently provost at the University of South Carolina. Before that, she served as dean of the University of Missouri's College of Business. She has a law degree and was editor-in-chief of the American Business Law Journal. Our Heidi Wigdahl looks at her plans now for students and the school in Minnesota.
At the University of Minnesota, a new direction awaits.
This is a truly momentous occasion in the university's history.
The Board of Regents held a special meeting to vote on their sole finalists. They unanimously appointed Joan Gable as the university's 17th president, making her the first woman to lead the U in its 167-year history.
I was the first female dean of business at the University of Missouri and the first female provost at the University of South Carolina, but I've never not been a woman, so this is just my life experience.
The board also approved her 5-year contract with an annual base salary of $640,000, about $15,000 more than outgoing President Kaler's current salary. Although Regent Darren Rocha approved the contract, he was critical of the selection process.
When we were down to just one option, our bargaining position has been changed and not for the stronger.
Students have voiced a number of issues they want Gable to address.
Things like looking into sexual misconduct on our campus, campus security and safety, what does campus climate look like, diversity and inclusion, what is tuition looking like for our students.
Striking that balance so that the cost is low, so that students receive enough information to make good choices about how much debt they incur, and then trying to make sure that they're positioned for a successful life afterwards is incumbent upon the university to fulfill.
Now that the search is over, a committee has been formed to help with the transition between presidents. Gable officially starts July 1st. She said she'll be using this time to figure out issues she plans on focusing on during her first year as president. Julie.
All right. Thank you, Heidi.